VTS, Red Ships 6, passing northwest Netley. Permission to maintain a speed, please.
Red Jet 6 VTS, northwest Netley. All copied and clear to proceed, thank you.
Ahoy, shipmates!
Okay.
All sorts going on today. There's a real hive of activity here in ports. I don't know where to start. So earlier on today, Town Quay was closed and they had to turn electricity off because somebody was on an electricity box somewhere. And then that all got sorted. We've got a fire over here on Colwell Bay on the Isle of Wight, and then we've had a helicopter putting that out, and I think that looks like it's more or less extinguished. I can see a bit of hose pipes going on over there. What else have we got? Cruise Cam, we've got the FWN Spirit in, and she's loading up with super yachts, exporting them somewhere. And Itching Cam, we've got the Turkish Navy in port. What else is going on? Not much going on Netley Cam, that's about usual. Lots of
Eleanor VTS.
not lots going on the Isle of Wight. We've got a couple of cruise ships departing from that way. They're up in port. That's the Red Awesome Borealis. She's due away any moment, and then Liberty of the Seas at 5 o'clock. And then probably most interestingly, we've got a helicopter here that's landed at the ferry terminal. Interestingly, if you look over here on the Isle of Wight, you can see them spraying the water, but very at the bottom of the screen there is a pleasure boat that's crashed on the... you can't see now, it's crashed on the beach. But yeah, there's been a helicopter there. Oh, there's the helicopter. He's been buzzing around, dropping lots of water, seawater on the hillside. Yeah, so busy old day here in port, lots going on. Helicopter landed a few moments ago. I'll probably find the footage for you. Let's see if I can find it. See if that's within my capability. Let's see what we can find. Should be able to rewind. It's been here about half an hour or 20 minutes or so. I've just been experimenting with a new outside microphone as well, and as I was experimenting with it, the helicopter came in. So this was from earlier. The microphone blowing over. The draft from the helicopter must have blown it over. But anyway, the helicopter's landed here, right at the terminal. They cleared a space for it. The ferries are rather backed up. We've got 2 ferries docked and Red Falcon on the way in, so it's all a bit hectic down at the ferry terminal. Hopefully the medical emergency will all be good. Hopefully there's nothing too disastrous going on. But anyway, that was then about what, say half an hour ago. Yeah. So first away this evening is the Fred Olsen Borealis. Yes, they will. The engine room will be. Yes. We've got the 2 ferries here. We've got the Red Osprey is very late. She's still currently docked, The Red Eagle is waiting to dock to offload passengers. The Red Kestrel is also docked over in normal. Well, she's docked over here. There you go. You can see the Red Kestrel. She's waiting to unload as well. And then on her way in, not too far away, is Red Falcon. And she's not quite sure what she's going to do. She's going to have to linger around. It's going to take, what, probably half an hour to that ferry will leave it when it leaves. It will leave, and then it will probably take half an hour to unload and load this one. So Red Falcon's going to have to hang around for a while. Don't think Borealis is on the move just yet. The outside. I think the new outside microphone's an improvement. I might need some tweaking. But yes, we've had lots of activity in port today. It's been a busy day here in port. Liberty of the Seas and Borealis are today's departures. Liberty of the Seas, she is due away at 5 o'clock. Borealis due away shortly, and she's off for a 10-day round trip. Picturesque Lochs and Isles of Scotland, they're calling it. I did see Paul from Love Cruise this morning, and I booked up. He suggested I book up my cabin for the group cruise, which I suppose, thinking about it's probably not a bad idea. So I booked up my group cruise cabin this morning, and fantastic. I managed to get a aft cabin looking right out the back of the ship. My favourite location. I'm very pleased about that. Right in the centre. I'm not sure if it's at the top. I can't quite remember. I think it's towards the top, not quite at the very top. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that, especially going in out of the field. So as long as I get up early, I should be able to get some good images. And there's the Red Falcon just passing Netlicam. Shipmate Excellent Spadamonte says, lots will. Liberty of the Seas will follow out Borealis. Just as they were talking about their movements, I was popping to the galley. Deck 12, apparently. Oh, but deck 12 my cabin is. There we go. Not quite the VIP deck, but never mind. I think they may have unloaded a vehicle from Red Osprey. I saw someone earlier in the chat saying they unloaded something. Looks like there's a whole lot of sailing boats going up Southampton water. Let me check. Oh yeah, there is a gaggle of sailing boats. You can see them on the map. There they are there. And if you go and look on Netlicam, you can see them there. Look, I haven't had any passenger or crew numbers yet from Borealis. Let's have a quick look. What would I expect? I would probably expect to have somewhere in the region of 1,200, 1,250. Well, the shipmate Happy Cruisers is currently on Britannia in Sardinia, 35 degrees. Well, what's the temperature here in port at the moment? If you ask me, it's getting warmer. Currently, we are 24 centigrade in port, 31.5 nautical miles visibility, 61% humidity. Now, that's what I'm particularly noticing. I see the wind has picked up a bit, but I could do with a bit more wind. It's already 29 in my cabin and quite humid, which is not the most pleasant. Who else we got the chat? Oh, there's Simon Bolton. And ahoy there, Reese. Exit spanner module. The white car was taken off, parked just behind the trailers. There we go. Oh, there, James Dawson. It's all gone a bit helicopter today. We've got helicopters landing in the ferry terminal and helicopters over on the Isle of Wight, putting out the fire. So yes, that's the air ambulance indeed. I'll see if I can find a bit where we've got the helicopter actually. Yeah, there we go. So this is what we've had on the Isle of Wight today. So we've had the helicopter there dropping down. Sort of thing you see happening abroad, isn't it, in foreign countries? We don't normally see that in this country. But they've been dropping down, picking up buckets full of water, and then going down, putting them up on the heathland there that's caught fire yesterday. It appears to be mainly out. Certainly yesterday I could smell it in my cabin. As I sort of went outside, I thought, oh, I can smell sort of like a bonfire, which you don't normally smell in port. So there you go. It's up there. It's flying up. As you see, compared to yesterday, can't really see much smoke at all. It's a tiny wisp towards the top there. And the old helicopter goes up and dumps it. Oh, with a shipmate. Here, heck. Welcome aboard, shipmates.
Crew 1422. Passengers 4552.
CBTS, all copied, well, thank you. Passengers 4552, crew 1422, plus the fancy football winner.
2 in a row this year.
Oh.
Can we have, is it too early to get clearance to depart at 1700, provided the Borealis is clear of the swinging ground?
Liberty CCTS, you do have traffic clearance to the crew to depart at 1700. Clearance is approved now at 1638, following out the Borealis.
Lovely, thanks very much.
All right, so we've got numbers already for, I was hoping to get numbers, I was going to guess somewhere in the region of 1250.
Southampton VTS, Red Falcon, Northwest Netley in for all pier, and we're reduced speed at the moment.
There's Red Falcon.
Red Falcon VTS, that's all copied, thank you.
She's reducing speed. And over in the Colwell Bay, the helicopter again's filling up. It's been at it all day, dousing the hillside. I think it's all under control now. And as you can see, we've got helicopter here, gridlocked traffic. I wonder if it's tricky getting into the port at the moment, getting into the ferry terminal at the moment. Passenger and crew numbers there for Borealis, for Liberty of the Sea. So what did she come back in? She came in with, what was it, 4,552 passengers. 4,552? That's about 140 over maximum occupancy. Thinking there might be a significant number of children on board. They really squished them in, haven't they? According to my information, 3,678 is maximum double occupancy. 4,414 is maximum occupancy, but she's departing today with 4,552. She's also 62 over a full complement of crew. It's a very full ship. We're just waiting for them to come from that end. Borealis is leaving first, and then Liberty of Seas to follow. Excellent spanner. Monty there says, for anyone's interested, the helicopter dumping the water on Colwell Cam, this one here, is a Hughes 500. He's been busy. He's been busy at it all day, but they seem to have put it out. Apparently, allegedly started by someone having a campfire, which seems ridiculous if you ask me. Well, there's shipmate Georgina Stevenson. Yes, it got a bit dark this afternoon. Definitely got some dark clouds, but seems to have gone over now. Excess amount of carriage is 4,960 maximum for lots. Liberty of the Seas, 4,000. Well, my information's out of date, isn't it? As typical. 4,960, almost 5,000 passengers. don't know where Red Falcon's going to go. I imagine she's reduced speed a fair amount. There's Red Falcon. Because at the moment we have a little issue in port. And we've got the Red Osprey who's waiting to depart. The Red Eagle waiting to unload. And then if we look not too far away, we have the Red Falcon heading in. Well, the shipmate Spike says, is the fire out on the Isle of Wight? I think so. They've been damping it all day, and there's no helicopters at the moment, although I have seen someone out there with a hose, so it looks like it's predominantly out. Oh, shipmate Rudy Suffolk says they were on Borealis yesterday. Prince of Wales overtook us as we were passing through the Dover Straits. Oh, excellent. I see now. I was reading the conversation back. It wasn't making much sense. Yes, she was 1 nautical mile astern. Now, shipmate Daniel Crosby says, has this happened before when all four are waiting to unload? Well, in fairness, the Red Osprey that is in port is loaded, and the other two are waiting to unload. And well, the other two passenger ones, the Red Falcon and the Red Eagle and the Red Kestrel, all waiting to unload. Has this happened before? There have been occasions where they've had a mechanical problem and they've had to unload the ferry.
Borealis.
So possibly, but not very often.
Borealis, BTS.
Signaling up now. Should be good to go in the next 5 minutes.
Borealis, BTS, all copy, thank you. Traffic clearance is approved 1644. Liberty in the Seas has called in. Should be good for her 1700 departure. And we'll follow you out.
Yeah, I'll go in. Thank you.
Yeah, so it's not often it happens. We got the Red Falcon there approaching dockhead. I'm not quite sure where she's going to lurk. She's going to have to sort of just bob around. She'll probably bob around in this area here, around here somewhere, I expect. Just off of the ocean terminal, while they'll shuffle them all around. So what will happen is at some point the Red Osprey will depart from here. The Red Eagle will then shuffle across, and the Red Falcon will then shuffle into where Red Osprey is. Gosh, what a busy day for everyone. Shipmate James Dawson was telling me, oh yes, the HMS Prince of Wales and HMS Daring came back into Portsmouth at about 8:30 this morning. Yes, the air ambulance arrived about half an hour ago, maybe a bit more than that now, 45 minutes ago.
BTS Red Jet 6 departing Southampton down to Coast, please.
So we're responding to a medical emergency on the Red Osprey.
Jet 6, BTS, all copied and cleared to proceed. Just be aware the Red Falcon slowly inward bound just past dockhead.
All copy, sir, thank you.
Yeah, there's Red Falcon. Yeah, she's going to have to lurk around here for a while, I think.
Southampton VTS, motor tanker Monza.
Monza, BTS.
Good evening, sir. This is motor tanker Monza, berth at Fawley Marine Terminal, berth number 5. Do you have any information for our departure pilot, sir?
Monza, BTS, just stand by for me, sir. Stand by.
Standing by.
next away, Borealis. She's just singling up and she should be on the move shortly.
Monza, VTS.
VTS, this is Monza.
Monza, VTS, yeah, we have you down for a 1900 departure, 1900 departure time over.
Copied that. 1900 will be departure pilot. And any information whether the pilot will board from seaside or shore side?
Monza, pilot will board from shoreside. From shoreside, approximately 20 to 30 minutes before your departure time over.
Copied that. Pilot will board from shore side via shore gangway 20 to 30 minutes prior departure time. Thank you, sir.
Borealis yet. Borealis off on this cruise here. Paul's nicely done up the itinerary for me, so I don't have to go and research it. Very convenient indeed. It's a picturesque Lochs and Isles of Scotland cruise. Calling in at Invergordon, Lerwick and the Shetland Isles, which is where we're going on our group cruise. We're stopping in Lerwick and the Shetland Isles. I was talking to Paul about that. I was quite excited about going to Lerwick and the Shetland Isles, and he was telling me it will probably be postponed because of delays and it will be bad weather or something. I said, no. It will be just my luck. Then Kirkwall in the Orkney Isles, Port 3 in the Isle of Skye, Stornoway in the Isle of Lewis and Harris, cruising by Dutchman's Cap, Thingles Cave, a couple of days of sea, and back to the Port Southampton. That really is quite an interesting itinerary. Lots of small islands, and then I guess you'd be using the old tender, lifeboat tender there to get to port. There is Red Eagle. No, sorry, Red Falcon. She's going to have to loiter around like a errant teenager, waiting for something to happen. Lots of onlookers out on deck. We're trying to work out what's going on. I'm sure they've kept them informed, but you're still trying to work out, aren't you? What's going on? Where are we going? Well, the shipmate Spike is always looking to Lerwick too. I have. In fact, I met with Paul this morning. He suggested I need to book a cabin for our group cruise, which I thought was a fairly sound idea, being that I probably need to be on it. So I did indeed book the cabin for the group cruise, and I'm at the stern. I've got a stern-facing cabin at the aft. Absolutely fantastic, right in the middle. Fantastic view. I'm really looking forward to that. I've got I'm not sure about. I haven't ordered Wi-Fi yet, but I have ordered the behind-the-scenes tour, because you reminded you've already ordered. Shipmate Spike, I think, has already ordered the behind-the-scenes tour, and I always forget to do that, so I've already ordered that as well. But I did notice it says something like no cameras, no video. Something like that.
Endeavour. She's approximately 4 nautical miles to the south of the tower, outward bound. She's followed by the Crow Talker PT7 west of the Outer Nabs, outward bound over.
Well, shipmate Randy Barnes, from San Diego. Ahoy there, Carol Finnis. And ahoy there, Andrew. I think I've...
Southampton VTS, Red Falcon.
Ahoy there, Laura.
Red Falcon VTS.
Yeah, I've got my doing
good evening, sir. Just for your information, we're going to nip over and push alongside at berth 49 until Royal Pier is available.
Red Falcon VTS, sir. Yeah, that's all copied, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, they're just going to park up for a bit. Might well be a while. So yeah, it's like a real game of Tetris out there. Like those games you have as a child where you slide the tiles around. Everything has to slide around to try and fit it all in. Yes, so what was I saying? Yes, I have booked up. Oh, yes, so I do need to sort out a few other bits and pieces for the cruise. What else do I need to sort out? I'm probably not going to get Wi-Fi because I think most of the time I can get 4 or 5G, so that'll be fine. It comes with a premium drinks package, so that bit's sorted for the rum-based cocktails. What else? I've booked the behind-the-scene tour. Oh, it's been quite good.
VHS and VHS, that's all received. Thank you.
Well, shipmate Rulexa is asking as Paul books his cabin. I think Paul struggles with dog sitting, though. I think he's going to look into that. Still nothing going down here at the ferry terminal. The helicopter is in today. What is Sue Hawks?
Manchester promoter, VHS.
Southampton VHS, Manchester promoter. Information, estimated time of completion, bunkering the customer vessel is about 1940. I would like to book a pilot for 2000.
Manchester promoter, VHS, that's all copied. We have got you down for a departure time of 2000 and your pilot will board approximately 20 to 30 minutes before that departure time over.
Copy. Pilot will board earlier. Thank you very much. 2000.
Well, the shipmates, Michael White from Bangkok. You join us on an eventful day today. They've had helicopters putting out fires on the Isle of Wight. We've got a helicopter here in ferry terminal, the air ambulance. We've also got the Turkish Navy in port. It's been quite a busy day, and we've got 3 ferries sort of delayed. So the Red Falcons have decided she's going to just park up for a little while because the Red Osprey needs to depart, and then Red Eagle needs to unload, and then the Red Kestrel needs to unload. So
Southampton VTS, Red Osprey, yeah, that's just preparing to shift now to leave to Cows, please.
Oh, there we go. Red Osprey is on her way.
Red Osprey VTS, that is all copied, sir. Thank you. Just beware the Borealis is away now for 101 birds outward bound.
VTS Osprey, Borealis, that's all copied, thanks.
There we go. Borealis now on her way as well. Gosh, what a busy day. So yeah, so there's the Red Falcon. She's nipping over just to tie up for a little while rather than bob around in the channel. The helicopter is still down at the ferry terminal. Borealis is on her way. She's coming out. I haven't had any passenger or crew numbers yet. It's actually quite good that you can see here how manoeuvrable the ferries are. This is something you can't do with a normal vessel. The ferries can just move sideways due to the way their Voigt-Schneider drives work. They can direct propulsion in any way. So they can do this very odd manoeuvres where they just sort of glide around in sort of random directions. She's going to park up next to Red Kestrel. Red Kestrel also needs to unload. You can see there's vehicles on Red Kestrel. So it's quite a busy day here in port. It's all going on. Need to realise I want a different camera. There we go. There we go. It's looking lovely and sunny now. Well, shipmate Matthew Baber says, can we watch the air ambulance leave? I'm sure we'll hear it. It wasn't exactly subtle when it landed. In fact, I said I was just experimenting with the new outside microphone, which I'm just trying with some different settings. It sounds pretty good. It's stereo this time. One of the things I was really just out there testing it. And next thing, the helicopter flies over and blows it over. It's not secure at the moment. So Fred Olsen Borealis off on a 9-night Locks and Isles of Scotland cruise. Very interesting itinerary. Calling it Invergordon, Lowick in the Shetland Isles, Kirkwall in the Orkney Isles, Portree in the Isle of Skye, Stornoway in the Isle of Lewis and Harris, and cruising past Dutchman's Cap, Fingal's Cave, a couple of days at sea, back to the Port of Southampton. That starts from £3,200 for a superior ocean view, £3,589 for a balcony. Is Red Osprey away yet? Red Osprey is moving. Oh, wow, that's been quite the delay for Red Osprey. It's not often we have all the ferries backed up here in port. As you can see, we had some dark skies earlier, but now the rays of the sun are coming down upon us. Ready for Fred Olsen's departure. Indeed, I saw what's from Solent Ships Voyages. Oh yes, criticising my lack of organisation by the fact that he booked it all. Oh, fair enough. Yep, I can't disagree with you there. Paul was kind enough to book our group cruise for me.
Ken Meir, the Bargate. Good afternoon.
And he found me the aft cabin. I'm very pleased about that. Fred Olsen's Borealis. It must be one of the older cruise ships we see here in port. Built in 1997, so 29 years old. Interestingly, has a top speed of 25 knots, which is 2 or 3 knots faster than your average cruise ship. 61,000 gross tons. I think that puts her into the small category. Haven't had any crew or passenger numbers yet. I'm guessing around 1,200 passengers on board.
BTS, Red Kestrel.
At Castrol, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon again. We're going to move from 48 berth and go sit on Seaberth Town Quay.
Oh, Red Kestrel's going next.
Red Castrol, VTS Red Osprey, that on the way, and Borealis just about to complete her swing middle swing ground out now.
Yep, see you there, thanks. We'll keep close to Town Quay.
I thought the Red Eagle might go next, but so they're going to put the Red Kestrel in. Oh, interesting.
VTS, the Red Eagle. We're just shifting over from Town Quay over to the running berth row.
Red Eagle, VTS, yes please, and Red Kestrel called in as well for Seaberth.
Yeah, it's all copied, thank you.
Oh, they're all shuffling about. All the red funnel ferries are shuffling around. This busy day here. Stop. Stop, camera. What's going on with it? Mind of its own. There we go. It's back under control. Well, shipmate Joshua Terrace, what's the biggest ship I've been on? Good question. Don't know. Possibly, it's got to be either Norwegian Aqua or Avia or P&O. P&O's Avia or Iona or Norwegian Aqua. I'm not quite sure which one's bigger. I think only Iona and Avia are slightly bigger. Certainly would be the biggest, I think. Well, I've been on a few others, but I don't remember particularly. So Borealis, she's on her way out. There's the Red Kestrel. She's playing change places with Red Eagle. Shipmate James Dawson says it's like the Bunbury Shuffle on the Camel Network. It is like the Bunbury Shuffle. Definitely is. So that's Red Kestrel going over. Now you see Red Eagle is moving over. So I don't know if Red Falcon will move. Probably not. She'll probably stay where she is. All go in port today. Also heard on the radio Liberty of the Sea. She said she's going to depart as soon as the Fred Olsen Borealis has swung. I won't be surprised to hear her shortly.
Borealis, we head outwards. Got some numbers for you.
Yes, please, Borealis.
Borealis, VTS, good afternoon, yes please.
Okay, guests 1151, crew 624.
Borealis, all received, sir, thank you. The tanker Camp Me out at the reach now. In for SO number 3, the City of London East Leap inbound for Pigeon.
Oh, there we go. Passenger and crew numbers for Borealis. I was guessing around about 1,200 passengers, and yes, so there you go. It's 1,151 passengers, 624 crew. So it's pretty much a full complement of crew and about...
City of London, Vitas, good afternoon. The Borealis spearhead now at Banshee of the Clear Tunnel, then she'll be followed by Celebrity of the Seas from 1.
About 200 under maximum occupancy. So a very delayed Red Osprey heads off. I wonder how fast Red Osprey is going. I wonder if she's going maximum speed. Let's have a look. Red Osprey, 12.2 knots. Yeah, it's pretty fast for Red Osprey, especially considering she's still in the dock area. She's put the pedal to the metal. There she is. Yeah, trying to catch up for all the delays they've had.
Southampton VTS, Liberty of the Seas.
Sounds like Liberty's ready to go next.
Liberty of the Seas, VTS, good afternoon, Juza.
Afternoon, Ray. All lines gone underway and on the move from 102. Using the upper middle swinging ground, swinging vertical.
Bound to port middle swing ground underway. That's received. The City of London just clearing eastleigh for inbound for Richard.
Thank you.
So there's the very delayed Red Eagle coming in with the Borealis behind. Liberty of the Seas, I think she said she was going to the upper swing ground. Not sure if I heard that correctly. Now that the Eagle has landed and moved across, the Red Kestrel is now moved across from her berth round the other side, so she's going to come in and wait until she can unload. Paul from Solent Ships Voyages thinks that Harmony of the Seas is the biggest we've had in Southampton. Yeah, we've had Harmony of the Seas and Icon of the Seas that we had as well, I think. So yes, I'm not quite sure which one of those is bigger. Shipmate Randy Barnes just wants to know the itinerary of Borealis. It's there on your screen, shipmate, at the bottom of the screen. That's today's itinerary. Paul has kindly done that up for me so I don't have to research it. She's off to the Lochs and Isles of Scotland. Calling in at Invergordon. Lerwick, lots of islands, lots of little Scottish islands. So it's quite an interesting cruise, really. Especially this time of year. Be light until late. Don't know if they have raging sail-away parties on Red Olsen ships. I can't imagine it's quite like that. A little more subdued, one thinks. There's quite a few people on the top there. I can't hear any music. Some of the ships I can hear the music. You can hear them shouting and whooping and hollering and somebody stirring up the crowd. I'd imagine at some point the helicopter's going to take off. Not the first time I've seen the air ambulance. I was out filming one day in winter time some years ago, minding my own business in a field in the middle of nowhere, and I heard the helicopter circle round. I thought, well, that's interesting, that's quite low. And then next thing you know, the helicopter lands right next to me in the field. I had a chat with the pilot. It was quite interesting talking to him. I didn't realise, though, that the air ambulances, it's not so much about ferrying people back to hospital, it's about getting a doctor.
Yes, Kemia, at the hook boy for SO number 3.
It's about getting a doctor and the paramedic and all of the medication and equipment straight to the scene as quickly as possible, much quicker than a car. And that seems to be as much as their role in life rather than just shuttling people back to hospital. I guess if it's a road traffic accident or something, may need to shuffle people, but most of the time it seems to be medication seems to be the flavour of the day, medication and skill, expertise.
Red Osprey VTS.
VTS, Red Osprey, go ahead.
Red Osprey VTS, update traffic inbound tanker Kemia passing Hope Resso 3, starboard side the quay. The city of London, approaching northeast Kennett Boy, inbound, just boarding her pilot as I speak.
VTS, Red Osprey, that's all copy, thank you.
Well, there, Jaco.
Roger 7 VTS, caution to approach with the outbound Borealis.
Shipmate Daniel Elliott says, wish they'd stop calling passengers guests, as they're passengers, not guests. Reminds me of a friend of mine who flies planes. He has a habit of calling them boxes. Traditionally flies commercial planes, occasionally flies passenger planes. Can't get out the habit of calling the boxes. Welcome aboard, boxes and packages. Yeah, it's warming up in my cabin now. Well, gosh. Right, where is... So, did I hear correctly? Where's the Liberty of the Seas going? Oh, she's on the move. Not sure she's reversing to the middle swing ground or heading further on up. Anyway, that's today's cruise on Fred Olsen Borealis. If you're interested in some other cruises, how about a Europe mystery cruise? A bit different, isn't it?
Station calling BTS.
Can't tell you where that goes because we don't know. Mystery. Calling in at mysterious locations for 6 nights.
STV Explorer VTS, that's received, sir. Keep a listen, watch on the channel. Large movement outbound from Southampton. The passenger vessel Borealis, she's now approaching Dockhead, and the Liberty of the Seas is underway as well from her berth.
Right, Liberty of the Seas. Now it looks like she's coming into the middle swing ground. It's getting very stuffy in my cabin now. It's just knocked over the comfortable time.
Kemia, that's Stargate, all fast.
City of London, BTS.
VTS to London.
City of London, BTS, channel 20, please, 20.
Yep, shouldn't be a problem, pilot.
Okay, Liberty of the Seas. Let's see if we can get this ship in order. It's all a bit frenetic today, unusually. Right, where are we? What are we doing? What's going on? Liberty of the Seas. Right. Oh yes, she's off on a. Let's have a look. Off on a 9-day round trip. Western Europe, calling it Vigo in Spain, Lisbon in Portugal, Cadiz in Spain, La Coruña in Spain, Bilbao in Spain, and then back to the port Southampton. If you're interested in some cruises, so this one actually looks quite similar. It's a Spanish flare and solar eclipse. I think one of our shipmates is going on a solar eclipse cruise. Not sure if it's this one or not. So that's Southampton, Bilbao, Gijon in Spain, Vigo in Spain. Total solar eclipse at sea. Wow, that's going to be quite cool, isn't it? Total solar eclipse. I bet the top deck is going to be absolutely packed, isn't it? People being on the top deck. Wonder what time of day the solar eclipse is. You might be better off from viewing it from your balcony. Anyway, I digress. That will be something. I quite like the sound of seeing a total solar eclipse at sea. La Coruña at Spain, Le Havre in France, and back to Port Southampton. If you're interested in that, prices are. 1,400 for a interior, although no good for seeing the eclipse. 1885 for a promenade view interior. Limited availability, says Paul. Or there Elizabeth G. Oh, or there Raymond Morris. And the looks like the helicopter restarting. Let me do something else. There's the air ambulance. Liberty of the Seas also departing at the same time. We'll have some interesting views from Liberty of the Seas. See Liberty of the Seas on the right hand side of the screen there. There goes the air ambulance. Back to Eastleigh Airport, I presume, and she's not dropping off any passengers.
Innovation VTS, that's received. Question confirmed, please, your last port of call, deepest draft, and number of persons on board.
Quite interesting there. Helicopters, warships, boats, fires, more helicopters. It's all going on today. But anyway, the Liberty of the Seas, she's having a little spin here. She's already called in with passenger and crew numbers. She's four, I think.
Innovation VTS, that's all received.
I think it was like 4,500, 4,500, I think, something like that, passengers on board. I did write it in the chat.
And tug until Pro Tug 87, just to the southwest of Outer number 2.
So I was talking to Paul when I saw him earlier, and he booked up the group cruise. We were talking about some transatlantic cruises.
Thank you, sir.
And here is an example of a transatlantic cruise. I think they're quite good value for money. This one is Spain, Portugal, transatlantic. Departs from Southampton. Day at sea, Lisbon in Portugal. Day at sea, Funchal in Madeira. 9 days at sea. Then you arrive in Galveston in Texas. Although, as our friend Shepherd Book would say, why would you want to go to Galveston? Starting at only £674 for an inside for 15 nights. I have considered this one, but I don't really want to go equally. I don't really want to go to Galveston. It's not quite where I want to end up. Don't mind ending up in Florida. I've got friends in Florida. Not friends in Galveston, though. Although Shepherd Book's not far away, so maybe he could say hello. But as you can see, that's fairly good value for money, and that's in October. A little taster cruise. Three nights. That's Southampton, day at sea, Le Havre or Paris, back to Southampton, and that's from £407 per person for a balcony. And that's in September next year. Fancy a little end of summer treat. Liberty of the Seas is 19 years old, built in 2007. She's 154,000 gross tons and has a number of sister ships, the Freedom of the Seas and the Independence of the Seas. Shiphead Randy Barnes says, Texas says, don't blame you, Captain. Texas isn't appealing. Florida is better. Well, especially better when you've got friends in Florida. Definitely. Liberty of the Sea seems to be taking her time. I wonder if she's going to give us a honk. She's been pretty good about being honky, so I'm hoping that will be the case. He's got a good, strong horn as Liberty. Don't hear anything out of Frolson. But yeah, I'm hoping we'll have some honking out of Liberty. Not as many vessels as I would have thought out there on the Solent. Conditions look good though. We've actually had a very gentle wind day, so I wonder if that's put people off, put the sailing boats off, not enough wind. It's 24 centigrade, it's getting pretty warm in the captain's cabin here. We've also got relatively high humidity at 60%. Visibility, not desperately good either, 27 nautical miles. Liberty of the Seas is getting close to finishing her swing. She normally gives us a hoot when she's facing towards us. Well, shipmate Robert Fleming. Oh, he wants to know Liberty of the Seas numbers. Yeah, I've got them here. So I did type them somewhere. It was a while ago. Where are they? Liberty of the Seas, 4,552 passengers, 1,422 crews. Like I say, very full ship indeed. According to my information, slightly over maximum double occupancy, but according to shipmate Excellent Spanish Carriers, she thinks it's not over maximum not over maximum occupancy. But like I say, I don't know. I'm only going on the information I've got. It always seems to vary. They have all sorts of information for the ships, I've noticed. Whenever you look up information, you try and coordinate it, and there's different numbers all over the place. So the Red Funnel ferry terminal quite busy at the moment. They've had a big delay this afternoon. Now the helicopter's gone, they can start loading the car park back up. Well, shipmate Donna, the Lancashire lass. She's just gone in for work. She's happy weekend, everyone. Of course, yes, it's Friday's happy weekend today.
Lay back, tight line.
Lots of traffic here in port. Friday afternoon traffic. It's not very good in port. It gets really busy. Liberty of the Seas last refurbished earlier this year, so should be in lovely condition on board. Shipmate James Dawson, not see any flags. No, I have not seen any flags either. Don't know that Liberty of the Seas is a good flagship. Not, if I excuse the expression. P&O seem to be more into their flags. Nobody at the front. Is anybody at the front of Liberty? Oh, there's a few at the front. Not many though, is there? We see more than that at the front. Maybe they were all at the stern watching the helicopter.
Roger 6 VGS at the Academy approaching request now, SO3 going starboard side to Quay. Outbound traffic, Borealis approaching Cadlin, main channel, clear channel, and the Liberty of the Seas about to complete her swing, middle swing ground.
Well, shipmate Shepherd Book. Many thanks for your kind donation.
Roger 7 VGS received, thank you, sir.
He sends over a donation. He says, let's get started on a cold one. Thank you very much. That would be much appreciated. Plus, Florida might be a better bet than Texas, but that isn't saying much. San Diego or San Francisco. Yes, I've got a friend coming over next week from San Francisco. We take it in turns. He comes over from San Francisco one year, and I head over to San Francisco the next year. So, yes, I like San Francisco and San Diego much more my sort of style. Not a big fan of Florida, but we've got friends there, so it's always worth seeing. I did see a question there. Shipmate Samuel Boswell says, why couldn't the medical flight land on the island? I believe the medical emergency actually occurred here at the ferry terminal. It looks like somebody had a problem as they got onto the ferry. So that's why the ferry was then delayed. The Red Osprey was delayed, which caused the Red Eagle to have to wait, and also the Red Falcon to have to wait, which is why the ferry terminal is now really busy. And also the Red Kestrel's waiting, so they're all waiting. It's going to be very busy there at the moment. Paul from Some Ship Voyages says, unless you've been on a Freedom class ship before, it probably takes you a couple of days before you can realise that you can go and stand on the bow of the ship. Ah, yes, I'm not surprised. I bet it's a sneaky way to get there. I had to try and work out how to get to the clamshell. I think it was on Emerald Princess. Not always that easy. Come on, Liberty, give us a honk. Oh, do you know what? I think I might be seeing a flag. No, just a couple of people in white shirts. And potentially a beach towel. Oh. I had high hopes then for a flag.
BTS Red Osprey Hotel.
White Osprey, VTS, City of London, there, constant turn inbound.
Yep, see you, thanks.
City of London, a local hopper dredger.
Hello, V.
Oh, someone's waving.
Advise you pass with a white berth from the vessel that is currently anchored.
Thought I heard a horn. Oh, more wavers. Intermittent wavers scattered around the vessel. No, there's no horn from Liberty of the Sea today. It's very disappointing. She's normally really good to give us a honk after she's finished spinning around. It's got a very loud, distinctive honk. That's disappointing. It doesn't look like we've got any flags either on Liberty of the Seas. Looks like someone waving from a stern cabin right at the top there. We see you waving, shipmates. Multi-boards filling in was more efficient. Apparently Red Osprey departed at 3:17 and returned at 3:35. Oh, I see. Well, disappointed there was no hornage today. This Liberty of the Seas is normally good for a couple of honks. You've got Disney Dream in on Monday. So hopefully we'll get some honks on Monday. Plenty of shipmates up on the top deck. I still think this circular element here at the top of the ship looks like a flying saucer. You should imagine this being a Bond villain's super yachts, and that all takes off as a flying saucer.
Okay, all easy.
There's the Red Kestrel waiting for her turn to go next, and then the Red Falcon next. So if you're on the Red Falcon, you're probably going to be delayed by about an hour or so. Yes, I will live stream the arrival of Disney Dream. I'm not entirely sure what time I'll go live. She's due in to arrive at 6 o'clock. So that normally means that she'll be coming round sort of the Isle of Wight, Bramble Bank, Cowshot Spit around sort of 5-ish in the morning. And she might be a bit visible before then, but obviously it's probably dark a little bit before then. So when I go live, a little bit unknown exactly, but I would imagine round about 5 o'clock in the morning. Shipmate, somebody from the Isle of Wight says that the tanker berthed at SO5 Monza looks like it has a mechanical sail on the front of the large tanker. Oh, it's one of those, is it? A wind-powered one. I have seen the occasional one in. Oh, I'll have a look. We'll just follow the Liberty of the Seas for a second. Just passing Town Quay. Let's have a look on the map. Where were we talking here? SO number 5. What did you say? What was the name of the tanker? Monza. Anyone here? Yes, I see what you mean. She does indeed have some sort of rigid sail. So that's the tanker Monza. Now at 40, and you can see she's got at the front there, she'll have some rigid sails there. They will stick up into the air and will gain massive fuel economy.
Back alongside.
There's quite a few of these inventions now. It's becoming quite popular for ships to try and reduce their fuel economy. Well, the shipmate Elizabeth G, she likes the Liberty, which is a nice shaped ship. It is indeed a nice shaped ship. With a whole lot going on the top deck there.
Bar gates ready. Lean on.
Shipmate Shepherd Book's going to have to nip down to Galveston when she arrives. I think you're based in Houston, Shipmate Shepherd Book. I suppose if you are, you're not too far away, are you?
Push quarter.
Turkish Navy down here on Itchingham.
Minimum.
If we scan across to here, we'll see the Red Falcon. There we go. There's the Red Falcon, busy waiting for her turn to get into port. Shipmate Shepherd Books has reduced their fuel economy. Well, I suppose, yeah, reduce the fuel burnt, improve the economy. Yes, well, I think you know what I meant. I did have a tour round, and I saw the launch of a brand new wind-powered cargo vessel that goes across to the States. It was very interesting. Had folding sails, but some of these have roto tubes. It's folding sails. Some of them even have kites. There's a whole variety of propulsion mechanisms. Newly amplified. I'm not sure I sort of... It's a strange terminology, but anyway, apparently that's how they refer to their ships once they've had a refurbishment. They newly amplified. Saturday Night Fever the musical, water slides, water park, surf simulator, ice skating shows, and outdoor movies. There was an outdoor movie on the Sky Princess. They've got a big screen. They come round and give you popcorn and blankets as it gets chillier. Decent. Red Falcon there delayed due to the medical emergency on board of the Red Osprey earlier. Shipmate Tiny and Russell, we're going back to sail ships again. Yeah, I think so. They're quite good. They're not.
Conducting survey in the area, and she's aware of it.
They weren't taking that much longer to cross the Atlantic than a conventional diesel ship, but obviously with a lot fewer emissions and saving a lot of fuel. And some goods don't need to be shipped quite so speedily, so I can see they've got a place. Shipmate Thomas Dean wonders if the ships will be powered by electric in the future. Good question. I mean, I don't think so. Would be my thoughts on any large ship.
BTS, Liberty of the Seas, Western Shell.
Liberty of the Seas, BTS, that's received the fleet of racing yachts, Solent GP, leaving Portsmouth now, inbound via North Channel, and they're aware of it.
Yep, copied all that, thank you.
Oh, Sail GP. Ah, okay. Sail GP is racing yachts. See if we can find out where they are, shall we?
Southampton BTS, Red Falcon.
Red Falcon, BTS.
So look on us.
BTS, Red Falcon, evening, sir. Yeah, I see the Red Eagle is just on the way out now. With your permission, and once the Red Jet's clear, we'd like to move off berth 49, and we're going to go and sit close to Town Quay.
From 49, moving across to Town Quay, did you say that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Yes, please, sir.
There you go. So the Red Eagle now is departing. She's filled up with cars. Now the Red Kestrel is going to unload the freight vehicles that she's been carrying. And then at the same time, the Red Falcon is going to shift across once the Red Jet has gone past. Oh, it's busy here in port, isn't it? Very busy indeed. Yes, electric ships. What was I going? Someone was asking about that. The only electric ships I have seen that work really well are electric tugs. Electric tugs, they don't need very much range. They need lots of power and torque, which is what electric motors are good for. They also go out, they'll escort a ship in or out, then they'll come back in for a couple of hours and plug in. So it's, I think it's an ideal use case for electric vessels. Other than that, I think a cruise ship is just too vast to be electric, unless you had a nuclear power on board or something. Yeah, Paul from Subject Voyages, yeah, he's talking about the Atlas Adventurer 690-foot ice-class expedition ship with dual-fuel engines, zero-speed stabilizers, retractable solid sails. Yeah, the retractable solid sails are the way to go, I think. There we go, Fred Olsen Borealis. Fancy a European mystery cruise on Fred Olsen Borealis? I'm not sure how you would pack for that. I mean, you could be. I mean, it's 6 nights. You could be heading north, or you could be heading south. I mean, would you pack warm weather gear or cold weather gear? It's a bit of a problem, that, isn't it? Which way would you go? Well, the shipmate Amy, I was looking forward to the group cruise, the Solent Ships Group Cruise 3. I think that's what we're calling it. On the Meraviglia. I've just booked my cabin, facing aft. looking forward to seeing the fields. We were talking about earlier on. They were talking. They watch out for the Cell GP. There you go. There's the Cell GP boats there. Yeah, just all coming out of Portsmouth. I think they're going to be heading up to Southampton Water shortly. Got the old hovercraft whizzing across there. Shipmate, the crafty chimp saying, where do they put the fuel tanks on cruise ships? They're down in the bowels, shipmates, below the waterline, down the lowest part of the ship. Aids stability of the vessel. More weight that low down. There's the Liberty of the Seas. Might have a reasonable sunset this evening. So that's a mystery cruise. Never been on a mystery cruise myself. Each destination is revealed as you go. It's all part of the adventure, apparently. Carefully crafted cruise by expert journey planners. Yeah, you wouldn't want me doing it. Enjoy an air of anticipation as soon as you board. It's a good chance I could probably work out where it's going, but that would spoil the surprise, wouldn't it? Today, though, Borealis is off on a picturesque Lochs and Isles of Scotland cruise. A couple of days at sea, calling it Invergordon in Scotland, then Lerwick in the Shetland Isles, Kirkwall in the Orkney Isles, Pear Tree in the Isle of Skye, Stornoway in the Isle of Lewis Harris, cruising by Dutchman's Cap, then Fingal's Cave, and then back to the port of Southampton. Shipmate Rudy from Suffolk says, by the way, Borealis has access to the very front in calm weather, right by the bow flag. Beautiful, just where I'd like to be. Couple of sturdy benches there too, also viewing platform on deck 6, just below the bridge. Talk about the Cell GP boats earlier. There they are, whizzing around. They're up on foils, so they'll come completely out of the water. And they'll do 30, 40, 50 knots. Absolutely amazing how fast those vessels go. In fact, we've had them come up before up Southampton Water, and I've struggled to track them on the camera. Virtually nothing can keep up with them. Shipmate Spike, he said, do they fill the empty fuel tanks with seawater to weigh them down? I'm not sure they fill the fuel tanks with seawater, but no, they might well fill the bilge tanks with seawater. Yes, they'll change the ballast of the vessel as it burns fuel. Yeah, you can just about see. You can see that vessel there, that sailing boat. It's just on a couple of little foils, whizzing along, and the ribs next to it going flat out to try and keep up. Absolutely fascinating Cell GP. I recommend having a look if you can. 2 ships in tomorrow. We have the Iona and what's the other one? The Iona and the MSC Virtuosa. Sunday, Avia and the Queen Anne, and of course Monday, the Disney Dream. And I shall live stream her arrival. Now over 30 in my cabin. It's getting a touch warmer. Shipmate Book says a bit of a lean on Borealis. Yeah, not too bad. Like you say, there is definitely worse leans. Cocktail should be safe. Shipmate Thomas Dean says, I like whiskey in tea. Okay, I've not heard of that one before. Whiskey in tea sounds like sacrilege to Scottish people, but maybe I could be wrong. Maybe they're into that sort of thing. We were talking earlier about the ship at Fawley with vertical sails. The Monza. You can actually see her at the terminal there. Can't really make out the sails though. It's those sort of grey boxes on the front. They're not boxes, they're sails, but we're looking down them. But that's the Monza there with wind assistance. Shipmates, excellent spanner. Kerry says Monty's going to be awake for Disney Dream spanner duties. Certainly won't be me, says Kerry.
VTS, Y-Storm.
If it's early enough, but some of our spanners will still be awake. Shipmate Thomas D says very old in tea. Can't say I've heard of it. I prefer my whiskey separate.
VTS, Y-Storm.
Borealis, she's off.
Y-Storm, VTS, good afternoon.
Y-Storm, yeah, good afternoon, sir. Just left America Wharf now, out for the City of London coming in.
Y-Storm, VTS, received. She's approaching Poly Depot.
Radio, thank you.
Yep, so the Borealis is off on this cruise day. Picturesque Locks and the Isles of Scotland. Let's see what else she's up to. She's pretty much based in the port of Southampton all the time until May of next year, when she's then based in Liverpool. Oh, so we wonder if they'll change her over with Balmoral. Wonder if we'll get Balmoral for a little while, perhaps.
VTS, Red Kestrel, shortly move forward, Royal Pier to 48 there.
Red Kestrel, VTS, sorry, say your last again, please.
Yep, shortly departing Royal Pier to 48.
There's Red Kestrel.
Back to 48. Copy, thank you, yes please.
I thought should be finishing for the day. And there's Red Falcon, very much delayed. She'll be coming in, and so you see the car park's really full due to
promoter, Southampton, VTS.
Due to a medical emergency earlier with the helicopter coming in.
Yes, Sub-Captain VTS, Manchester Promoter, reply.
Manchester Promoter, VTS, sir, question. what is your ETD, firm ETD from SGL4?
Sorry, please repeat. What is my ETA?
Manjasa promoters, again, question, what is your estimated time of departure from your berth?
Yes, we now make and we calculate 19:25:30. We will be complete to discharge the cargo after paperwork, and we ordered the pilot 2000.
2000 departure. That's received, sir. Question, what is your estimated departure craft and...
Oh, the shipmate Matthew Ely says, heading down to Southampton tomorrow, ready to board Avia on Sunday. Do we know what time Iona and Virtuosa are leaving? Yes, we do. Iona and Virtuosa are leaving at Iona at 5, Virtuosa at 6. Also, is Mayflower Park the best place to watch them? Well, for Iona, I would recommend Town Quay. If you go along to the end of Town Quay, you'll get a really good view of Iona departing. Then once she's departed, you could probably walk over to Mayflower, pick up an ice cream at Mr. Whippy there, and watch the MSC Virtuosa from Mayflower Park. That'll be your best view. If you go right to the corner of Mayflower Park, you'll be really close as they spin around and go past. That would be my advice to you. Paul from Solent Ships Voyages record might get Bolets next year. Shipmate Stephen Roberts says, why are the Borealis prices so expensive? Just asking for a friend. Good question. They certainly are on the sort of more premium end of the spectrum. I believe it's the size of the ship, the offering they have, the quality of the food and the staff, number of staff on board. All of that leads to the pricing. Yes, as Paul from Monty Burns says, yeah, a bit of a luxury ship, less passenger aboard. It all adds up to the pricing. Must say, all the people I've known who've been on there have good things to say about Fred Olsen. So I've been on board a couple of them, I think, or certainly at least one, and I'd have to say that I thought the staff were excellent and the food on board was really good. I did think the ship itself was potentially a bit dated. It felt more like a cross-channel ferry than a modern, ultra-modern cruise ship, but then the ships are sort of, 30 years old. It didn't detract from the experience on board. Just a sort of an observation. Things like the more modern ships have electric, automatic doors everywhere, so you don't have to try and heave them open. That's a big sort of thing on the older ships. These big watertight doors everywhere.
The LGB Southampton BTS, that is received, man. Traffic update. The outbound large passenger vessel, Liberty of the Seas, is now passing SO number 3. She is a clear channel vessel. Advise that all members of the fleet to remain to the north and east of the green buoys until the Liberty of the Seas is passing clear.
All finished with the bar gate. Thanks very much.
So, yes, we've got a whole load of Sail GP boats all whizzing around here. Sail GP, I saw them. Sail GP, France, Sail GB, Switzerland, Sail GP Italy, Sail GP USA, Sail GP Brazil, Canada,
Kenmere, bar gate.
Australia. Where's Sail GP GB?
Reg 6 VTS inbound traffic City of London BPJ for the Itchen. And just be aware that the Sail GT fleet approaching the North Channel now, heading back to towards Wally Power Station moorings.
Ah, 40 power station moorings. Okay. Oh, you can see the Sail GP there, just to the left of the city of Chichester. Ah, so that's Sail GP GB. That might be Sail GP GB. Not no. I can move the camera.
Roger, 7 meters there, outbound traffic, the Liberty of the Seas passing SO number 5, clear tunnel. A fleet of Sail GP sailing yachts approaching the North Tunnel, proceeding back to moorings by Foley Power Station.
Paul from Subship Voyages. Ah, he knows where I've been. So I was apparently went on Balmoral. There we go. That's the one I went on. So now I know. I do need to make a film about that in my never-ending list of films to make. Fortunately, it's a little tricky to see. You can sort of see the Sail GP there. You can see the masts moving across at a rapid rate of knots. That's Sail GP, but the visibility is not great. What do we have in the weather forecast for visibility? Visibility was 27 nautical miles, so not the best. Well, there should be Matthew. He says that. Oh, thanks, Captain. Oh, I gave him some advice, didn't I? That looks great to me. Looking forward to watching them go out and joining RVN now. Great. Now, I suppose I should, in case you're wondering, shipmates, I am the captain of the Solent Ships YouTube channel, broadcasting to you live and direct from the Port of Southampton. If you're playing the Captain's Banner Bingo, that's probably about 2 hours now, I think. Excellent spell of carriers. Did you get your images addendum video for the pub call video? No, I haven't done that yet. Basically, it's so hot up in my cabin. I can do a broadcast, but I can't not really concentrate for video editing up here. I do need to do a bit of extra filming. I will get around to that. I will get around to that reasonably quickly because it needs to go out. Otherwise, I shall forget about it. But it is just stiflingly hot in here. Especially even when you're video editing, it makes the computer work hard. That makes it blow hot air at you as well. Shipmate Randy Barnes from over there in San Diego says, both ships built by two different companies. Balmoral was originally built for the Royal Cruise Line. The other Holland America. Oh, yeah, Holland America. I think that's some of the old ships, aren't they?
VTS Kenya, hold fast on SO number 3.
Kenya, VTS, that's all. Copy. Thank you. Very good evening to you.
Good evening.
Well, shipmate Thomas D, he says, am I still thinking about motorbike tour of the Isle of Wight? Well, thinking about it, shipmate, but there's only I've only got so much time. If I keep filming stuff, I haven't got enough time to edit it. So I have to balance filming and editing. Otherwise, I'll have way more stuff filmed than I'll have time to edit. Takes, even in my slapdash way of editing, it still takes around, every minute I film, it probably takes a couple of hours of editing. So if I make a 10-minute film, it's at least probably 10 hours of editing, if not more. So you can see it does take its time.
Liberty of the Seas, VHS. That is all copied. Thank you. FTV Explorer, VHS.
Shipmate Brandy Barnes says humidity in San Diego
FTV Explorer, VHS. That's all.
is in the 80s. Oh, yeah, you can keep that. Thank you very much. It feels sticky, he says. Yeah, I bet.
Innovation, VHS, all copied. Thank you.
Shipmate Spike says lots of positive views of MSC Meraviglia online. Good. That's for our group cruise next year. And it includes a premium drinks package, so that's a good price. I've gone for a balcony at the very stern of the vessel, booked up this morning with Paul. I also booked the behind the scenes tour. What else did I do? I think that was it. Yeah, I think that was it. I am undecided about the Wi-Fi package.
VTS, Red Kestrel, all fast on 48 and closing down.
Red Kestrel, VTS, that's all copied, sir. Thank you. Good evening to you.
Good evening.
VTS, Alison McGregor, over.
Alison McGregor, VTS.
Evening, VTS, Alison McGregor just leaving Hythe. 17 people on board 17. No wheelchairs. Intended passage, Western Docks, little bit of the Itchen. Returning Hythe Marina, 2000 hours. Alison McGregor, over.
Alison McGregor, VTS. That is all copied. Thank you, and have a good evening.
Thank you, VTS. Listen on 12, Alison McGregor
out. Hispanic Keris, they think they've got deck 13 aft balcony on our own Meraviglia trip. Only I get a sofa to sleep on as a solo cabin. There's a solo cabin at the aft. Oh, well, if you've got an aft cabin, excellent view. Oh, there's a Swarovski staircase in Meraviglia, apparently. Do you know what? I've not looked at anything to do with Meraviglia. I've got... there's one of the Sail GP boats going past. Did you see that? As an idea, those Sail GP boats, if you want to know what sort of speeds they're doing. Let's see if I can find it. They are doing currently 40, so there's France boats doing about 40 knots. That is very impressive indeed to be doing 40 knots on a yacht. A view here, there's the Borealis in the very distance. As you can see, visibility is not great. And that is the stern of the Liberty of the Seas. And then those dark vertical lines, they are the Sail GP boats that are racing up Southampton water at faster than anything. They're probably the fastest vessels on the water at the moment, I would say, in the area. And they're sailboats. It's amazing, isn't it? Shipmate Steve Roberts, he's going on a solar eclipse cruise on Arcadia.
Monjasa Promoter, Southampton VTS, channel 130.
Oh, maybe that's what I was thinking about.
VTS, Monjasa Promoter, reply.
Monjasa Promoter, VTS, Channel 09 for Southampton pilots, please. Channel 09.
Yes, channel 09.
Another Sail GP boat going past. Anyway, that looks like quite an interesting cruise on Liberty of the Seas in August of this year. Although the transatlantic is what I was discussing with Paul this morning. Trying to decide which one to take. I'm looking at sort of October time, so there was this one on Liberty of the Seas ending up in Galveston, which our shipmate Shepherd Book, who lives in Texas, doesn't recommend Galveston. It's quite dismissive of Galveston, his old Shepherd Book. But Paul sent over, he sent over me another one, which looks a bit more interesting. Can't remember what it was. That was Royal Caribbean as well. And that was 13 days. Oh, that's right, on Freedom of the Seas. And that ends up in Miami, in Florida. So that one looks better. And that is leaves Southampton, calls in at La Coruna, then Vigo, then Ponta Delgado in the Azores, then Miami.
Red Eagle VTS, that's what we see. Thank you.
And I don't remember how much he said that was, but I thought it was very keenly priced. Might be tempted with that one, and that is a 18th of October departure for that little one on Freedom of the Seas. Liberty of the Seas turning around Cowshot Spits. There's Sail GP boats everywhere whizzing around. Gosh, you'd have to be paying attention if you're on the Red Jet, dodging in and out of all this traffic. There's the Southampton patrol there in front, clearing the way. Oh, from £507 per person on the Royal Caribbean. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the Sail GP boats are all going over to Fawley somewhere. I'm not quite sure where they're anchoring. Near the Fawley refinery somewhere, near the Fawley terminal. There's another one whizzing past. Shipmate Spike says the group cruise is the cheapest of the 5 cruises we've been on booked. None more than 7 days. Well, that's good to know. Yeah, I think there's some good prices for the group cruise, especially as that includes a premium drinks package, so you can get your fancy coffees and bits and pieces, and of course your rum-based cocktails. Great shot here of Liberty of the Seas. Must be quite a task for the pilots on board with all these vessels whizzing round at various different speeds. You've got sailboats not paying too much attention, sail GP boats going really fast. Yeah, there's all the sail GP boats. I'm not quite sure where they're going to Netley. I'm off the Ashlet Creek. Is when they're going to moor up at Ashlet Creek, or they're just mooring up on buoys or something? I don't know. Oh, it looks like they're going into Fawley itself. Oh, I see. Okay. Right, so there's actually there is actually an area in Fawley where have been storing turbine blades in the past. Over here, so there's a little entranceway to the little waterway here where they've been storing the turbine blades, and I think that's where all the Cell GP boats are going down to the Fawley terminal. I've got no cameras to look over that way. All pretty colours, the Sail GP boats. There you go, there's one coming in, just landing off of its, flying on its foils.
BTS or Red Jet 7, notice that link. Continue.
Red Jet 7 VTS, that's all copied to Esh and cleared to the sea. Thank you.
That's copied, Chris. Many thanks.
So we've got a few more ships over the weekend. Not a very busy weekend this weekend, not like some weekends where we have fantastic Fridays and Super Saturdays and Super Sundays. It's a bit quieter this weekend. Just have two today, two on Saturday. That's the Iona and the MSC Virtuosa. Two on Sunday, the Avia and the Queen Anne. And two on Monday, the Ada Perla and the Disney Dream. I'll be live streaming Disney's Dream Arrival. Probably be live round about 5 o'clock in the morning, I would think. Might be a little later in the morning. I'll see how it goes. But I shall try and live stream the arrival of Disney Dream. And then, of course, definitely live streaming the departure of Disney Dream at 5 o'clock on Monday. Actually, that makes a good point. As long as I get back. Yeah, okay. I'm just thinking I've actually got some jobs on Monday. I have to get back in time. Oh, dear me. Yeah, look, all these pretty colourful Sail GP boats down there. Excellent Speller Keris. So, thinks it's competition time next weekend. Oh, what have we got next weekend? Let's have a look. Next weekend we have 4 ships on Saturday. 2 ships on the Friday, 4 ships on the Saturday, 5 ships on the Sunday, 3 ships on the Monday even. So yes, I think we might have to have a bit of a giveaway again next weekend. I'll come up with some ideas for, well, we'll have to guess the number of passengers departing, and you can win some merchandise from the ship store. See you, shipmate Randy Barnes. He's off. He's got to deal with a dog left in the car with the windows up. He's on patrol over there in San Diego. Exit Speller Carriage. Oh, she's got an Eleanor Tugby shirt. Oh, how is the Eleanor Tugby shirt? I don't actually have one myself. I hope it's come out all right. Yeah, so busy weekend. Not this weekend. This weekend, quiet weekend. Next weekend, busy weekend. I shall organise some of those. We'll get Excellent Spanner Carries to come up with another sheet again, where you can enter in the number of passengers departing from the Port of Southampton. Actually, do we have anything from Portsmouth? We could add that. Well, I can't add that in because I don't hear the radio for Portsmouth. I don't hear the numbers. So what's that we're looking at? What? 3rd of August. 4th of August. 4th of August is that's a Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah. Got Valiant Lady coming into Portsmouth on the 20th of this month. 20th of next month. And on the 5th of August, Valiant Lady. I must go down and drone Valiant Lady. All the Sail GP boats are all queuing up there to get over into the Fawley. Little procession of them. Well, shipmate Donna Ligshalas, yes, you were. You had the nearest guess. Whenever it was, whenever you said it was Friday, but unfortunately you weren't in the chat, so we had to award the prize to someone else who was in the chat. But yes, you were the nearest. You won the competition, but unfortunately you weren't in the chat, so we had to award it to someone else. I will have to have the rules that you have to be in the chat to win it. Excellent Spanner Carrier says, "Oh, came out well, the T-shirt. Oh, excellent. Yeah, send me. There's a photo. Really interesting to see. I have bought some of bits and pieces of merchandise, but I haven't actually bought any of the Alan Tugby stuff. I'll have to get some of that." Indeed, I know people can't be in the chat, but I just thought it's only fair, I think, if you're in the chat to win.
Stirling Castle BGS, that's all copied, thank you.
At least we can then chat with the winner. Well, if you're not in the chat, we can't chat with the winner. Excellent view here, looking straight down the bow of Liberty of the Seas as she heads off. She's off on a 9-day round trip to Western Europe, calling it Vigo in Spain, Lisbon in Portugal, Cadiz in Spain, La Coruña in Spain, Bilbao in Spain, across the Bay of Biscay back home. Hopefully it's not rough weathers in the Bay of Biscay. And back to the Port of Southampton. And I believe that's a fairly typical. She does a lot of Western Europe until she disappears over to Galveston on that one-way trip, and that'll be the last time we see her. I have to. And that's that one there. That's the last time she's in port before she heads over to Galveston. Can't work out whether to go on this one, on Liberty of the Seas, or to go on Freedom of the Seas. The Freedom of the Seas was, where is it? Yeah. Freedom of the Seas was 12 nights, and it stopped at the Azores and then ended up in Florida rather than Texas, Galveston, Texas. So we'll have to give that some consideration as about which one to take. Well, shipmate Donna Lincolnshire Lasso, she was travelling down to Hampshire, that's why she couldn't be in the chat. It's a shame. Yes, you are normally in the chat, shipmate. I was surprised you weren't there. Never mind. Yeah, you try again. That's my recommendation there. I will stick to you having to be in the chat to claim the prize. Otherwise, we can't chat to you and you can't say what you want. Hi then, shipmates. I hope you've enjoyed that one. It has been a busy day. Helicopters, warships, sail GP boats, helicopters putting out fires on the Isle of Wight, 2 cruise ships, delays, traffic jams. It's been quite a busy broadcast, and I'm getting very hot in my cabin here, so I'm going to sign off. But I hope you've enjoyed that one, shipmates. If you are subscribed, many thanks. If you aren't subscribed, please do think about subscribing. And if you are a PayPal donor, a Patreon, or a member of the channel, please I'd like to thank you a lot for your continued support. Sorry, I was just reading the times for tomorrow. And I shall be back to... I can't find it. There we go, found it out. Can't multitask. Should be back tomorrow, 5 o'clock for Iona, 6 o'clock for Virtuosa. And if you're a member of the channel, or PayPal donor or Patreon, many thanks for your continued support. And of course, many thanks to the Blue Spanner crew who look after this chat in this live stream and all the other one. And also look after the guests and number of passengers on departing the port of Southampton. So until next time, shipmates.
Southampton VTS, Red Falcon, permission to depart Royal Pen, come at speed, please.
Red Falcon VTS, that's all copy then, clear to proceed, thank you.
Thank you.